Okay, hello everybody. It is another time for live coding. Before I go on, before I start everything I just saw during the startup of this stream, nothing else matters. Thank you so much for resubscribing, or subscribing rather, a tier 1 sub. That's my very first sub, so exciting. Yeah, thank you so much for dropping by. For all the folks out there, welcome. My name is Fani Reinders, and today we're going to be looking at some code. I'm not entirely sure what we were going to be doing today, but I've got my little special guest here with me, and this is my little angel, and she's going to be joining me today in the live coding. And yeah, she's sleeping now very nicely, so if she wakes up, we'll take a quick break. But this is my first time trying to code with a baby. So let's see what happens. Get some multitasking done and get the show on the road. So, good day. Hope you guys are well. Like I just said, I'll be joining with my little baby today. Mommy is out shopping, and I thought, well, the house is quiet. It's a nice time for some coding. And if you join me, let's spend a Saturday together. Like in the chat room here, Nick Neem has followed my channel. I Am Rook has followed my channel. Thank you so much, guys. That's a few days ago. And then obviously Nothing Else Matters just followed me also 2 days ago and resubbed. Thank you so much. How are you guys doing? Let me know in this in the chat room, and then we can see if we can get this thing going. Yeah, as far as stream is concerned, I don't have any plans. Because if you make plans with babies, it always goes south. So I was like, well, what we can do is we can maybe jump into one of my old projects I've been doing, initially triggered by Jeff Fritz. There's a voice trigger. Hello. The voice trigger project. I must say, if this fails, it's not me. It's just the whole thing, family first, then I need to run. But if you happen to join me, that's fine. It's maybe you can give me some baby tips. It is my second one though, so so I was thinking we can maybe look at one of the old projects, and okay. And we can look at one of those old projects and maybe look in how we can maybe optimize it a bit. To give you guys a bit of a history, I've done a project called Voice Trigger. Now that I can actually give you quite a quick demo on it. Let me see if I can share my screen. Share my screen. Right. So Voice Trigger, let me see if I can actually start it up. There we go. Now Voice Trigger is a little program that runs, oh, there we go. It's a little program that runs, didn't want to suffocate her. It's a little program that runs in the background while I'm streaming. So effectively, I've started up this console application that's written in .NET Core. It's a .NET Core tool, global tool. And this effectively runs in the background, so you won't see it on stream. And I have my Elgato Stream Deck. Just press that button and it will kind of connect to that. It will open up that command, run the program, for instance. So now I've got how would I say this? I've got pre-command. So how this works is it triggers on certain voice triggers, and I've got them saved somewhere. Where is that? Sandbox. No idea where was it. Test maybe. Ooh, I have no idea. I have to check this out quickly. Elgato. Oh, that's wrong. That's the wrong one. Maybe let's also change the music to something more, I don't know, more chill. Can we do a chill? Well, this is chill. Something more upbeat, maybe? There we go. It's Saturday after all. Let's get the show rolling, guys. Okay, so Elgato Stream Deck. There we go. So this voice trigger that triggers dev config. Dev config, this one here. So what this will do, there's my subscription thingy that I have to kind of cancel. Oops. Let me just quickly see if I can. There we go. So every time I say JavaScript, nothing happens because it's broken. Most probably JavaScript. Okay, maybe it's not working anymore for some reason, because it's supposed to be working. JavaScript. It's also not working anymore. You have to figure out why this is not working. It was working before. Let me cancel this again and maybe start up. Maybe my key is wrong. It's a bit awkward, but these kind of things happen, right? Let me see. So let's say Apple. Start again. JavaScript. Apple. So I'm not sure if it's taking my it should be taking the right It's not actually picking up this whole thing. Maybe it needs a space or something happening. In any case, let's see if we run this in like that, for instance. So it should take hello. So it's still running in production. It's not correct. So I'm not entirely sure if this is actually bringing up the. Just close this. This is actually bringing up the actual, or linking to the actual config, though. I have no idea. Core development. That should be fine, right? Let's see if this works. So we go, for instance, take this one out. Okay, so it needs to look for a file, definitely. And if I move this, this is funny. It used to work though. Still running in production. That's strange. Okay, so what I'll do. It's not the end of the world. Actually have it here in Visual Studio. It's actually in GitHub. You can follow along. I can put the GitHub link. GitHub. There we go. I'll put it in the chat room. And you can get all my project, maybe I should just do it properly. Repos. Let's go to voice trigger. Hey baby. Hey baby. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this is voice trigger, right? So I'm just gonna send this again. You should be able to follow along. If I run this, should give me the same. There we go, much better. So now, test. I think this, hello. It's also not working, it's not picking up anything. Okay. So what I'll do is I will just go to the dev again, the config. Just maybe have it point to the dev config. So there we go. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me see. Okay, so this is pointing to the dev config, definitely. Alright. Okay, so for some reason it's not picking up. Maybe my key is wrong. So I'm gonna quickly jump into. Let's quickly stand up. There we go. Go back to sleep. You're supposed to be sleeping. There we go. Right, let's see. Looks like that helps. Where is my sandbox? I can actually remove that. I might have removed it though. I'm just looking for my key, because I lost it somewhere. My not my physical key though, my cognitive services. So how this works, it uses cognitive services at the back to in order to do the text to speech. So when I say wake words like triggers or something, it will then do the stuff in on screen. So let me just see if I can find it. I don't have it anymore. Alright, so I need to create it again. Let me just quickly create it. I can also show you how to do that. It's not really a problem. So we need to go and look for text to speech, or speech to text actually. So it's cognitive. Is it text API or something? Cognitive. There we go. Great. Name. So I'm just gonna call this voice trigger. We'll be using the West US one. Oh, not the West US, West Europe one. And there we go. And yes, great. That's how you create a. Or you can probably do it with. Now she's sleeping. You can do this with the script as well, but I'm not going to do that. Hopefully everything will be fine. If you just joined me, welcome. Welcome on the chat. Welcome to my stream. My name is Fani Rangers. I'm coding with a baby today. It's my first time ever with a baby. Yeah, look, that's deploying. So when this is done, we need to go to a resource. I'm trying to figure out, okay, there's like keys. I'm just gonna take that away quickly. Right, so actually, let me see, keys. I'm just gonna maybe regenerate them. Copy. Paste it in and save it. So the idea of this is whenever I say the trigger word JavaScript or Apple in this case, it should, she doesn't like it either, it should play a sound, and if it's good you guys should hear the sound, and it also should show a GIF on screen. So technically when I do launch now again, there we go, now it's working. So now if I say JavaScript, also it's not working. Oh. Really? Maybe the browser, that's also one of the things I've noticed. The thing is a bit iffy sometimes. Now JavaScript, see that happens. She doesn't like JavaScript, does she? Does she like Apple? There we go. There we go. So if Apple happens, if I manage to say that word, hands is in the air, so I can say any word I want to. And basically, okay, so this is not supposed to be visible on screen. Here's maybe a better view. So if I say JavaScript Apple, we'll have two GIFs coming up, and hopefully you can hear the sound as well. So as you can imagine, cognitive services are not free, but it's useful. But it makes a trip to the server and back, which is not really always what you want. So we would like to use something else. So there is an alternative to cognitive services in Azure. You could use the Docker container. This will definitely run it on the edge, on your local machine, or wherever, in your local network, so that latency won't be there between JavaScript. So it's not that bad, right? But it's going out to the internet and coming back again. So for the latency to be a little less, and also if you have to keep your IP or your models and stuff like that in your own network, you can use the Docker container, but it's not free. I thought it, well, if you just use a Docker container, it's free, but you still need to provide your subscription key. Although it needs internet connectivity, but it only checks the subscription key, like a heartbeat kind of a thing. So if it's connected to the cloud, it will work, but it won't send the data to the cloud and back. That's the only difference. They might be working on different ways of doing this. There we go. They might be working on different ways of doing this. Yes, I've got a real baby in here. Let me see. Are you okay? You can go to sleep. There we go. There we go. So where was I? So if you, for instance, the offline version. So if you, for instance, go and just fix my mic. So you can either have online and do the pay-as-you-go, or the pricing tier, and have the same power. You can choose a Docker image, and it's the same effect, but you still pay for it. So it's not like it's free. But I know of that they might be looking at ways of having you completely off the grid, and then once a while, when it gets online, just maybe send usage over so you can get billed or something. So I don't think they will be entirely free. This what I'm using now is free for X amount of requests. So JavaScript, Apple, both of them works still fine. So what I'm gonna be trying to do, see if there's someone at home. What I'm trying to be doing is, I thought maybe I should investigate other ways, because I know that Windows has a text-to-speech engine, or speech-to-text rather. Speech-to-text, and that's one of the things, the speech-to-text in C#, the engine, oh, not that one, not the pound sign, come on. There we go. So we can use Google, but that's just kind of the same concept. We don't want to go to any cloud. So we can investigate this little guy. Oh, this is using the cognitive services again. Let's go to the full framework, maybe. There's a better one. Also cognitive services. Come on, there must be a way. Another option is to use the ml.net, which I'm not really familiar of, and then we can maybe investigate that. So this is still using cognitive services that I don't want to use now, because yes, this one, speech recognition. I want to see how that works with my implementation that I have. So maybe make it possible for the folks to swap it out. So let's quickly see how this will work. Create a new instance of VS, Visual Studio. If it looks like I'm dancing, I'm trying to dance sitting down. Yes, sitting down. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't dance. She doesn't like it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, where was I? So now let's see if we can create. Technically, we should be able to create a. Okay. So, just quickly sort that out. Console application. And it should be fine. TTS test. There we go. Come on, come on. There we go. She cannot hear the music. Maybe I should play something. But I'm scared of if I do that, I'll get a strike or something. Okay. Because I don't know what to play though. Can I play this on? Really? I opened up the VB project. Can you believe it? Really? I'm sure this was a C# project. Look, C#. TTS. That's much better. Okay, so I need two hands now. Sorry, baby. What was this? System.speech recognition. Is this a thing? Okay. Let's see if it's available on as a NuGet package. Because at this stage I don't really care if it's Windows only, right? So as long as it works. System speech. It's not here. Maybe if I target a full framework, maybe that will work, but then some ideas might be helpful. Yeah, some ideas. Let's see, that's .NET Core. It should be .NET Core. What does so this is a blog post by Khalid, basically using the speech recognition engine. All right, so can you guys hear? Oh, you probably cannot hear that one. Let me see.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, that works. So also note now, when I say JavaScript, you should be able to hear that thing in the background. So, okay, now let's see if this will work. So they have here GitHub, that works. What am I looking for? I am looking for the NuGet package to install. How does that work, by the way? Add speech. Okay, this is alright, this is like 3 years ago, but it should be still current, right? Hopefully. Well, it's not the right. It doesn't look like it's the right thingy. Blah blah blah. Where is the code? Home controller. Come on. There we go. Add speech. So where does that come from? Config from anywhere configuration speech. Well, speech extensions. Okay, so this guy actually wrote a speech recognizer, I believe. If that's the case, that's actually brilliant. Do you also think so? No, I also think so. Speech recognition, so it's system speech recognition. Okay, that's what we had. Or did we have text? We had that. So, okay. Okay, so that's definitely using that. Alright. Okay, so maybe we can still proxy. We can ship this as a full framework bit. Okay, let me see if I can. How would we do this? Target framework net V472 or something. Is that a thing? Speech. There's no speech. Really? Let's try 461. That's given that I have 461 installed. Maybe I must just add them, man. System speech. There we go. Okay. So I probably can just use... I'm sure I can go back to core again. Browse. Windows Assembly. I cannot find system speech here. Native images. Maybe it's in here. System speech. No. Come on, where's my friends? System speech. That should be here. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's what I want. System speech. There we go. So this is now specifically for recognition. So we could actually go back to this guy. Oh, that's speech recognition again. The wrong one. Did I close it now? Let's see. Is this one? Yeah. So let's see. I would like to Okay, start writing your own. How about that? I'm looking for the alternative example. Let's just use this one and see how far we get. Speech recognition, speech recognizer. Is there source code available somewhere? That loads grammar. Okay, so I have no idea if this will work. At this stage, I'm just gonna trying my best. Speech recognizer, grammar. Why? What the grammar? Let's speech insist. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, so let's see, where is this now coming from? Let's be that. Let's be that. Okay, so it's having problems with this. So sr.speech recognized plus equals tab. That's the same thing. Okay, that's kind of scary. Okay, let's just leave it like that. Say console. Right line. Is it e dot result text or something? Alright, so let's run this. And but it won't work though. Load grammar speech recognized. Because it will run and stop. Welcome to speech control. Now, desktop. Hello, testing. Peter dictates to his computer. He prefers it to typing and particularly prefers it to pen and paper. Alright, so now that's set up. Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's just... okay. Okay, let's just... let's just maybe go on an endless loop while true. Alright, so... testing. Okay, so something isn't right here, obviously. Goes here. So, yep. Sleep. Thread. Whoopsie. Let's sleep a second and continue. Hi friends, I am coding with a baby today. Let's see if this works. Brett Miller, IT, good mornings. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Hope you're well. It's not recognized in the current context. Do I miss something? I probably have an extra curly bracket somewhere. That should go away in a second or 6. There we go. Okay, look, that is... Okay, I'm actually having one too many. That's maybe better. Alright, so that will hopefully work. Testing. Testing, testing. Doesn't it look like it's... Hey, looks like... What was that? I don't know. Insert. Ow. Cancel this. So, what I'm going to be doing is maybe using the engine instead of speech recognition engine. Do I need to start it somehow? SR dot emulate recognize. Oh, that's emulate. Something tells me I need to kind of recognize. Okay, and then we can pass in here. Oh, single. Will this work? At least one grammar needs to be loaded. Okay, why? What's so special about the grammar? Okay, so let's see what this guy has here. Because he's using the exact same code. Well, speech recognizer, dictation grammar. Okay, there's a new dictation grammar. Okay. I think that's also a very bad name. Let's maybe rename that all to Recognizer. No audio input is supported to this recognizer. Use method set audio input default audio device if microphone is connected to the system. Okay. Maybe this won't work because I'm using a different mic. Okay, so we'll investigating. Set that. Okay. Hey, look, it's working. Okay, testing. It only does it once. Okay. So it only does it once. For some reason... Okay, so what we'll do is maybe keep this in here. Okay. While it's doing the recognition. Okay, fine. While recognizer dot one moment, folks. I just need to take a call. Back again. Sorry guys for that rude interruption of me. I had to take an important call from Mama. Hi Mama. Any case, recognizer completed. Recognizer Babel timeout audio state. I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to detect a certain stream. Maybe this one again. Yes, okay, and then how do you use it? Okay. So if I do that, it will stop. Console.read key, maybe. Hello. Hello. Testing, 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 testing. So it only picks up once. And I think it's something to do with my... I'm gonna just turn that off. Testing. Hello. Testing, testing. Testing. So yeah, that is not working. Recognize async. This needs to be in a while, I would say. And while recognizer audio state. So while it's not speech, maybe do that, I don't know. Let's look for initial silence timeout, max alternatives. Recognizer info. How can I get continuous recognition? Okay, so what we can do is because definitely if I say duplicate, it will fail the second time. Okay, but how do I need to know how to E dot that's not what we want. We want to have something, man. We want to have maybe it's an event I need to handle. Audio level updated, signal problem occurred, audio state. What's this audio state? So let's say while that, or audio state is what audio state. Come on. Silence maybe? Is it silence? Silence of the Lambs. So when it's speaking and it's not speaking, okay. I'm gonna actually Google this. I see. So we could actually just use this one. So first of all, I think this needs to be in there using. Be nice to have a control dot, yeah, but fine. Using and we'll check all these other ones in there. And then chuck that in there, but that won't make a difference, right? So that won't stop it. So we've got a grammar builder, append, yes, speech detected. This is important. So when speech is detected, it's got a little flag that it sets. So I'm back again. Sorry about that delay again. I had to quickly sort something out. Where was I here? Actually, lost. Oh man, it was just, yeah. Oh, there we go. So if this guy has a completed flag, and so I can do that. So if speech is detected, speech hypnotized, rejected, recognized and completed. Okay, so that's the cases he has, he or she, this person. So let's chuck that in there. Oh, not there. Let's chuck that in there. What? So if speech is detected, plus equals that one. That one. That one. Recognize already have, so I'm gonna remove this. And complete it. I think that's the important one. And then completed false. That's inherited by default. So while that is happening, I'm just copying and pasting. Need to change scenes. Me. Or you. Okay. There we go. Oh, I need to change. Oh yeah, sorry. I need to change scenes. Screen. The target. There we go. Just for you, Brett. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've got that working. Well, not working, but there's all these non-exceptions. Not implemented exceptions. So if recognized, probably it's completed true. It's rejected was also the same thing. It's true. It's hypothesized. What? I don't know what that means. I have no idea. Hypothesized. So what does that mean? Does it have one? Doesn't even have a handler for that. Yeah. I completed. So what does that mean? I don't know what that means. We just don't do anything. Speech detected, completed is false. And speech recognized, I think completed can be true here. So when we run this, hopefully, test. We ain't seen anything. Oh, because console.write e.results. There we go, that one. Oops. .text or something. Look at the master. This is a client Testing 1, 2, 3. Looking for the test. Testing. It doesn't go past the first one. Does it think? Ah, okay. Here we go. So it needs to be. Why is this in there? Multiple, okay. Let's just do what they say. I have no idea. I have no idea. Just making it work first. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. That works. So if I say JavaScript, yodder that I was gripped. That's not right. JavaScript. See, it's a bit less accurate than the normal one. So Apple. Apple. It's not always working as planned though. That's quite cool. Oh. Maybe this guy will. Apple. They're off. Apple. Testing 1, 2, 3. It's a bit buggy. Oh, it's me. There. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing 1, 2, 3. So if I speak with an American, sorry for my American friends, JavaScript, yeah, that works. If I speak with a JavaScript accent or American accent, looks like if I say JavaScript, I sound weird. Looks like when I say JavaScript. Looks like a stage. That's not right. I think I need to maybe change my language here to recognition engine. Can I pass in like culture info? New culture info. In UK. Is that a thing? Hello, how? Oh, that doesn't work. It doesn't seem to like that one. Because in US, okay. In UK, probably like that. Culture. So let's see, culture. What is culture? Culture is in UK. That works. Okay, so it's supposed to tell me what is null. So does this mean maybe speech will give me some come on. Control panel, speech. speech recognition. Hello, hello. I am now speaking to my computer. This computer is learning the sound of my voice as I speak. This will help the computer recognize what I say better. Speech recognition can recognize many speakers very accurately, but training the computer will provide an even better experience. There will be fewer mistakes when dictating, and when I give voice commands such as correct that, go to the end of the sentence, and start WordPad, the system will be better able to understand what I say. Some advice for speech recognition users. By now you are probably already used speech recognition a little. There are many ways to become more proficient with speech recognition. One way is to make sure that the computer hears you. You should practice articulating well. Consider speaking like a newsreader on a television or the radio. The style of speaking usually works well in speech recognition. Many dictation mistakes are caused by the user not speaking clearly. Also ensure that the microphone is always positioned correctly. The boom on the headset of the microphone should be 1 inch, 2 centimeters away from your mouth, which is, I think, otherwise the sound of your voice will not be recorded well. Think of a friend you call on a telephone. Okay, let's just maybe think of a friend that you called on the telephone, but did not speak directly into the phone. You probably found it difficult to understand what he said. And if you think that you have a poor quality microphone, consider using a better microphone. Another way to improve dictation experience is by fixing mistakes efficiently. The correction dialog is designed to make correcting text easier and faster. Right, so I'm gonna maybe stop it here. Will this now be better? Will this be better if I say hello, hello, hello? Hello, Helen. That's not what I was supposed to say. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. JavaScript, telescopes. So obviously this needs a bunch of work further. So for the concept it's fine. So for the concept it's fine if I can speak in American English. So at some point it stops. At some point it stops. Yeah, that's also true. So at some point it stops. Stops. Okay, now what we could do in this case is I'm South African, so I'm going to try this. It doesn't have that. How do you set the recognition modes here? Advanced speech options. There we go. Testing. So maybe if I just speak slowly. Okay, so maybe if I just speak slowly, it will work. Or if I maybe speak directly into the mic. JavaScript. See, that works. And if I say Apple, hey Apple, that also works. So I think it has to do with JavaScript and the way I say it. So at some point it just stops. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is that this can work, and it can act as a proxy, maybe. And if we open up on this one, so this voice trigger application, instead of having it, how does this work again? So I've got a trigger dispatcher. No, not yet. Let's go to the beginning. So we've got that, all the configuration, and it loads up. Right, so I'm using Signal R to push the changes to the front end, because how this works, it has a front end that loads GIFs and yes, I say GIF, that loads GIFs and plays them and other elements on screen. And whenever there are changes, it goes through Signal R to the front end and it just plays. Just to figure out, this is hosted service, yeah, this one. So trigger recognizer background service. Okay, so what we can do is we can maybe refactor this to incorporate a recognition provider, because this is now specific to cognitive services. Okay, so what we can do is we can maybe just start a new class. Maybe call this cog. One second. I need to go again. Might have unexpected company soon. Let's say recognition provider. Okay, so we start that up with config. That's not so bad. And then what we need is to have some kind of recognizer. So that's recognizing. Okay, so that's an event handler that we can call. Just maybe call that the same. Have the same speech recognition. That's cognitive services again, specific. So that's we need to abstract this even more. Okay. Let's call that event handler as this system, and then call this so if I disappear, it's on BRB mode for obvious reasons. The recognition event orgs, maybe just for now. Really? So I'm back again, and somebody is starting to wake up, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So let's call this generic, just call that for now, because I have no idea if this will work though. So, but the idea is to have let me see, there. I just want to steal this from here. Recognition error, okay, because there we go. And then let's maybe say generic results to string. Cool, so that can be that. Okay, so if I go further, oops. That one and that one. Let's maybe copy this. A generic result. We'll clean this up in a sec. Okay, I'll just maybe get rid of that as well. Text. Technically, I'm just interested in the text. That's fine. Okay, there we go, there we go. You're gonna be waking up soon. This is my little alarm clock, I would say. Generic speech recognition results. This one. Right. So call this generic speech recognition event args. Call that in there. Okay, so that's when it's recognizing. And then, MJT EU, thank you very much for the follow. Does that? Thank you so much. I didn't hear it in the audio for some reason. Let me just maybe change it back again. For some reason I did not hear you, but thank you very much, MJT AU. Thank you for the follow. That's awesome. Thank you for stopping by. Hope it's my little baby I'm carrying that makes me followable. I'm jumping around a lot, folks. This stream wasn't planned, but I'm trying my best just to get some thing out. How can you code and look after your baby? Well done. Well, she's sleeping, so that kind of counts. Obviously, when she wakes up, I'll stop. And then at least Mama's here, just giving her a break for a few minutes, few hours. Okay, so let's see. It's good to see that someone is doing some await async. Well, that's accidental. But yeah, it is good. You should await async all the things. So what I do is we obviously need a start and stop method in here as well. This is a task and a task. So let's do a public task start async. And There we go. And stop async. Maybe the cancellation token might not be a bad idea to pass in like that. Okay, so that's start and stop. Okay. This could actually just be a set as well, right? Because it's also set. It also has a set. Hey, baby. Right, so we have... So this is the implementation. This should be the cognitive services recognition provider. I think I've put these things on the wrong class. It should be here. Right. And then over here we need to create a new one, and it's called I think it's a speech recognizer. So basically move the things that we are using there. We need to maybe move up do that. Okay, so maybe move it out of that class. We just have to get that from config. There we go. Like so. And then start async. We will do in a sec. That's basically this one. Start async here is a different, that's the hosted service. So what we have is, we also have this one. Okay, cool. I need to somehow make this a func. Action type of something. So we pass in so we pass in generic speech event arcs, and we say recognizing. Right. That's kind of a prop. Get set. I hope this will work this the right way. So if it starts recognizing, I basically need to call this. And if it stops, well, you guessed it, need to call this. Thank you for the subscription. Who was subscribing? Let me quickly see what happened here. I just missed my someone just subscribed and I cannot see who subscribed, so let me just see. But thank you anyhow. Was it MJT _AU that resubscribed? I completely missed that. Let me just see if I can reload everything. Sorry, my bad. But thank you very much for the resub. I appreciate it. Or was it a follow? I'm not sure. My screen is a bit of a mess. That's fine. Where were we? It said someone subscribed. Yeah, exactly. I don't know who it was because it's... Yeah. So, in any case. Hey, baby. Hello, baby. I think that's my cue, guys. I have to go, basically. We've got start and stop here. So maybe let's call this start recognition. And hey. Alright, so let's say start and stop. Sure. Are you hungry? Okay. So you guessed it, guys. I'm gonna go now. Thank you very much for joining. Someone is hungry. I need to take her to mommy. Yeah. I'll continue this at a later stage. Cheers.